Well, it's a beautiful winter's day. It's currently minus 7 degrees Celsius, with temperatures falling tonight to minus 11 degrees Celsius. I'm hiking into the wilderness looking for a place to make a shelter and to do some ice fishing. Come along with me on this adventure. Let's get on the go. Though the temperature is cold, I start to heat up pretty quick while pulling the sled. Sweating is the last thing that you want to do when planning to spend the night in the wilderness in freezing temperatures. I always dress in layers to help prevent this, especially when out in the middle of nowhere all alone. I'm also reminded that animals like coyotes call this area home. This large boulder is a great find and will make a perfect place to spend the night. I'm going to build a bushcraft shelter using the resources I have at hand: wood, snow, and boughs. Luckily, this area has seen a lot of high winds over the years, and there's plenty of dead wood, including recently toppled evergreens, which will provide me with plenty of green boughs for a roof and, of course, for a bed for later on tonight. Well, I'm pleased with my shelter and the amount of time it took me to build it. While I can collect some firewood, I may still have some time to get down to the water and try my luck at some ice fishing before dark. The forest provides me with shelter from the cold northerly wind. I've also been spending most of the day moving, which has kept me warm. On the open pond, I'm exposed and I'm quickly reminded exactly how cold it is. Ice fishing also involves little movement. I'm very thankful that my shelter is already made and I have firewood collected. The knees of my pants are iced up from kneeling down on the ice, and my hands are numb. I actually have to thaw them against my body when I make it back to the forest in protection of my shelter. At this time, I'm very appreciative that chores around camp have already been done and my shelter is ready to go. Well, once my need for warmth is satisfied, hunger starts to set in. Fortunately, this is a camping trip after all, not a survival situation. I was hoping for some fish, but not dependent upon it. It's now time for Plan B and a little food preparation. On the menu tonight is pork, lamb, and halloumi. I do like to eat well while I'm out in the wilderness doing these adventures. Just like life, these adventures provide me with great learning opportunities. Mistakes will be made, but luckily, most of them we can learn from. While this was a startling incident, it was short lived and caused no real damage. Well, I had a great night's sleep using only a wool blanket. I was nice and warm. The boulder made for an excellent firewall and reflected the heat back into my sheltered area. For me, no adventure is complete without a cup of coffee and some time to relax and enjoy the scenery. You'll notice that I cooked my eggs in my kettle, as my aluminum frying pan partially melted the night before as I gave it some time on the flames to burn off some debris from supper. After some time to soak it all in, have my coffee and a bite to eat, there's nothing left to do but tear down camp and get ready to hike out. I still have around an hour and a half walk ahead of me before I get back to my Jeep. Well, until next time, thank you for joining me on this episode of Rivers, Ponds, and Campfires.